Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. The first cannabis report from Hedge Nielsen looks at weed versus alcohol sales on a big holiday. And we all know that headset and data goes together like weed and a chillum, but you already knew that. The paper produced by Nielsen and its new data partner for the cannabis industry, Headset, is titled 420, the greenest day of the year, insights and predictions based on 4 years of data. It looks at trends and predictions for 420, the International Day of Pot, kind of like the 4th of July or St. Patrick's Day for weed. Unlike previous reports out from Headset, this one includes data from consumer interest company Nielsen. The firm, best known for putting out TV ratings and music sale information, provided numbers that uncovered a comparative view into cannabis and alcohol sales during consumption holidays. According to Headset data, April 20th is the single biggest day for cannabis sales each year, driving at least double the revenue of an average day. Interestingly enough, this year 420 will fall on a Saturday. Since Fridays are typically the biggest day of the week, retailers should be ready for 420 Eve as well as the holiday itself, Headset CEO Cy Scott explained. Adding to these comments, Rick Maturo, Associate Director at Nielsen, explained, from a Nielsen's perspective, there are certain holidays throughout the year that we see a significant lift in beverage alcohol sales. A few holidays that come to mind include New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, and Valentine's Day. He noted, however, that April 20th is not on the list of increased alcohol sales dates. When compared to cannabis sales on April 20th, we are not currently seeing any significant lifts in alcohol sales that mirror the level of elevated sales seen within the legal cannabis space. That said, the lift in legal cannabis sales during 420 does reflect how committed the legal cannabis consumer base is, especially as they seek out opportunities for experience enhancement and socialization.
We were talking about the comparison between beer and cannabis just as a celebratory component for the holiday. And so there's this comparison with cannabis and beer holidays, taking into consideration that Nielsen partnership, and basically seeing that beer on the July 4th has a 33% increase in sales, compared to only 5% for cannabis during that same 4th of July weekend, whereas with 420 there's a 111% increase.
Yeah.
So it's obviously our own little holiday.
It is, yeah. I thought it was interesting to consider because there's still a lot of question about whether how alcoholic beverages how their sales are impacted by cannabis. So I thought it was interesting that while we see a slight bump around July 4th for cannabis, it's not even as high as beer. That's kind of more of beer's holiday. But the holiday isn't about beer for most people. Probably some people it's just about beer, but most people, it's family gatherings, it's celebrating, the Independence Day. And so while you use beer to celebrate, it's not just a beer holiday. 420 is a little different from that, right? That's just a holiday about cannabis. And so I think it compares nicely, like holiday consumption from a holiday specifically for a thing.
Awesome. And with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast. Like, subscribe, and share, or don't. And I'm out.